Why is it losing $1 billion in this quarter, just months before a potential IPO?
Uber would say scooters, food delivery, investments in autonomous vehicles. But I think part of the question is we don't actually know. Uber doesn't break out ride-sharing specific numbers, and I think part of the uncertainty around Uber's financials is the fact that there isn't a lot of visibility how much the losses are a war with Lyft in the United States versus actual investments in future growth.
What is the time frame now for an IPO?
Dara has sort of stopped talking about it, the CEO. For a while he was saying targeting second half of 2019. We're hearing internally he's telling people the first half. So it seems like next year, judging market conditions and hopefully for them in the first half of the year.
So is the company going to be ready in a matter of months?
Their chief financial officer sort of deflected several months ago when he started having to sort of figure out what's going on with the company. So I think they haven't said, okay, we have all the pieces together, but it's a pretty professionally run company. I think they can get it together.
Give us the bull and bear case here, given that bankers are shopping, a $120 billion valuation.
Right. The bull case is that the losses are mostly about growth, that when we see the ride-sharing business, it'll look pretty good, that they can make a profit when there's less competition or when they make certain tactical decisions, and that Eats is becoming one of the biggest, if not the biggest, food delivery companies in the world, and that there are just a lot of pieces that create this huge, promising sort of future Amazon scale business. That's the bull case. The bear case is that they're hiding bad ride-sharing numbers with Uber, bad food delivery, with sort of losing money food delivery business, and that you can make a lot of revenue by giving someone something for less money than it costs, but at the end of the day, you need to be able to make a profit on the service to have a profitable business, and we haven't really seen evidence yet that Uber can do that.
How big is Uber Eats relative to the rest of Uber's business? Do we know?
They've said that it's like 17% of their total gross bookings, which isn't a perfect number because
it counts the food.
Right, exactly. So it's definitely the number to pick if you want to make the point that you think Uber Eats is really big. We don't know on a revenue basis the size of Uber Eats, but clearly it's a priority for the company.
And the other businesses are really completely nascent. Scooters, bikes, self-driving, correct?
Yeah, I mean, self-driving, they're surely spending a ton of money on R&D, but it's not, a revenue generator. And then scooters and bikes are extremely early. The company just announced a rewards program. They hadn't even included scooters and bikes in it yet because it's so new they didn't have time.
Uber and Lyft announced rewards programs this week. Uber seems to be a little bit more fleshed out, but it sort of reiterates this idea that ride-sharing is a commodity. It's just like a hotel or an airline. It's a page of the hotel and airline handbook. How much is Lyft eating away at Uber market share, if it is?
I think Lyft got somewhere 30% market share. It's not just the gains in market share that are troubling, it's the fact that Uber has to keep spending, discounting, underpricing what it would like to charge to keep riders and drivers on its service. And I think also the fact that the economy is booming has made it hard for both companies to recruit drivers. So the competition, makes it a low margin or no margin business in the US. Dara said publicly at the Wall Street Journal conference that the company is not contribution margin positive, already a generous sort of made up financial term in the United States. So that's problematic. So the competition with Lyft is really challenging for Uber.